Johann Solomon Semler, 1725-91, which approached the New Testament canon on a historical basis. More on that. Then we had the Enlightenment, and we had Hermann Samuel Ramirez, we had Gotten Ephraim Lessing, and there was the idea that there was a primitive Aramaic gospel of the Nazarenes behind the Book of Mark. These ideas were coming in. Then we have Griesbach, Johann Jacob Griesbach, 1745-1812, may be said to mark a transition from post-Reformation to modern age of New Testament study, says F.F. Bruce. Then we have DeWitt and Lachman, the new approach to biblical criticism, says F.F. Bruce, an interpretation at the end of the 18th and beginning of the 19th century is paralleled in other fields of study, especially in classical history and literature. We had Frederick Augustus Wolff, 1759, 1824, achieved a breakthrough, and we have a number of scholars at that period of time. We have Schleiermacher and Lives of Jesus, and at that time we had Schleiermacher do his studies. We had people like Strauss and Renan coming in with their studies about the life of Christ using various methods. We have the Meyer commentary, who was a massive exegete. F.F. Bruce says one of the great exegetical achievements of the 19th century is Heinrich Augustin Wilhelm Meyer, 1873. I had a set of those commentaries, but I gave them away. Then we had exegesis at Princeton. We had Charles Hodge, 1797-1878, and a number of Princeton theologians. We have Stewart as well, Dr. Stewart, who wrote some massive commentaries and was very important at that period in America. We have the Tübingen School with Dr. Barr, saying that there was a split within the church and developed his theories influenced by Hegel's philosophy. We have Essays and Reviews, a very famous piece of work developed by Benjamin Jowett, saying we should study the Bible as we study any ancient literature. We have the Cambridge School, Westcott, Bishop Westcott, 1825-1901, Fenton Anthony Hort, 1828-92, and Lightfoot, Bishop Lightfoot. These were massive scholars on New Testament, tried to study things in a very historical context, look at the early church fathers and what ancient texts said. They were massive scholars. We can disagree with some of the things that they said, but they were, from a scholarly point of view, a high mark in British New Testament studies. Then in the 20th century, emphasis on eschatology. A number of scholars began to concentrate on eschatology. We have Albert Schweitzer with his study of 19th century lives of Jesus. We have von Remus Reed, The Quest for the Historical Jesus. This epoch-making work reviewed the gospel research of more than 100 years. It was a massive work by Schweitzer. Schweitzer emphasized quite a bit about eschatology. Then we had Realized and Present Eschatology, The Kingdom of God and the Future of Man by Rudolf Otto.